Eat these 2 protein snacks before bed to protect your kidneys overnight. Right now, somewhere in your body, 2 small organs are quietly filtering about 50 gallons of blood every single day, and most people won't know something is wrong until nearly 90% of kidney function is already gone. That's not a scare tactic. That's a number backed by the CDC, which estimates that 1 in 7 American adults has some form of chronic kidney disease, and a staggering 9 out of 10 of them have no idea. No pain, no warning signs, just silence, until it isn't silent anymore. But here's the part almost nobody talks about. What you eat in the 2 hours before bed might matter more to your kidneys than what you eat all day long. While you sleep, your kidneys shift into a repair and filter mode, and the wrong bedtime habits can quietly stress them for years. The good news? 2 ordinary snacks, the kind sitting in your refrigerator this very moment, may actually work with your body's overnight repair cycle instead of against it. Stick around, because snack number 2 surprises even doctors. Before we get into the first snack, let's talk about why nighttime even matters for your kidneys in the first place, because this is the piece almost every health article skips completely. If this is the kind of research-backed information you actually want more of, hit that subscribe button now, because we're about to break down exactly what happens inside your body while you sleep, and it's more fascinating than you'd expect. While you sleep, your blood pressure naturally dips by about 10 to 20%, a process researchers call nocturnal dipping. According to studies published through the National Institutes of Health, people whose blood pressure fails to dip at night, so-called non-dippers, face a significantly higher risk of kidney damage and cardiovascular disease over time. Your evening food choices directly influence whether that dip happens properly. Heavy, salty, or sugar-spiking snacks before bed can blunt that natural dip, keeping your kidneys under pressure they should be getting a break from. This is exactly why the type of protein snack you choose at night isn't just about muscle or hunger. It's about giving your filtering system the calm, steady environment it needs to repair itself. Now let's get to snack number 1. And if you've ever reached for a bag of chips at 9 p.m. out of pure habit, this next part is going to hit home. Drop a comment below telling us what your usual late-night snack is. You might be surprised how many people share the same guilty habit. The first snack is low-fat cottage cheese, and it's not on this list by accident. Cottage cheese is loaded with casein protein, a slow-digesting protein that researchers at institutions like the University of Texas Medical Branch have shown releases amino acids steadily into the bloodstream for up to 7 hours. That slow release matters because it supports overnight muscle protein synthesis, the process your body uses to repair and rebuild tissue while you sleep, without causing the sharp blood sugar spikes that stress your kidneys' filtering units, called nephrons, over time. Cottage cheese also delivers meaningful amounts of calcium and phosphorus, minerals tied to bone strength, though this is exactly where the biggest mistake happens. People with existing kidney disease often need to limit phosphorus, so this snack is best suited for people with generally healthy kidney function, not a diagnosed condition. The ideal serving is about half a cup, eaten roughly 45 to 60 minutes before bedtime, and 3 to 4 nights a week is a reasonable frequency for most healthy adults. The biggest mistake people make? Choosing the salted, flavored varieties loaded with sodium, which can undo the very blood pressure benefits we just talked about. Always reach for the low-sodium or no-salt added version. This snack benefits older adults dealing with age-related muscle loss, known clinically as sarcopenia, since research from Harvard Medical School has linked adequate nighttime protein intake to better preservation of lean muscle mass in adults over 50. If you're on potassium-sparing diuretics or blood pressure medications, it's worth checking with your doctor, since dairy's natural potassium content can interact with how those medications manage your electrolyte balance. Eating too much, piling on more than a cup at once, can cause bloating or digestive discomfort in people who are lactose sensitive, so moderation really is the key here. A surprising fact that even surprises nutritionists: cottage cheese contains tryptophan, the same amino acid famous for making people sleepy after Thanksgiving dinner, meaning this snack may genuinely help you fall asleep faster while also feeding your muscles overnight. For real-life use, 3 simple options stand out. First, half a cup of low-sodium cottage cheese, topped with a quarter cup of blueberries, which adds antioxidants called anthocyanins that some preliminary research links to reduced inflammation in blood vessels, including the tiny ones inside your kidneys. Second, half a cup of cottage cheese mixed with a teaspoon of cinnamon and a drizzle of unsalted almond butter, giving you a small boost of magnesium, a mineral involved in regulating blood pressure. Third, for those who want something almost dessert-like, half a cup of cottage cheese blended smooth with a splash of unsweetened almond milk and a few drops of vanilla extract, creating a creamy, low-sodium treat that satisfies a sweet craving without the 9 p.m. cookie regret. Now here's where things get really interesting, because our second snack works through a completely different mechanism, and it's one most people would never guess belongs on a kidney-friendly list. Before we get there, if you've made it this far, smash that like button. It genuinely helps this kind of research-backed content reach more people who need it. The second snack is a hard-boiled egg, or more specifically, the egg white portion for those watching cholesterol closely. Eggs contain what nutrition scientists call complete high biological value protein, meaning they supply all 9 essential amino acids in ratios the human body uses with remarkable efficiency, a quality confirmed repeatedly in research from the USDA Agricultural Research Service. What makes eggs particularly interesting for kidney health is their naturally low potassium and phosphorus content compared to other high-protein foods, which is a big reason many renal dietitians, including those following guidelines from the National Kidney Foundation, often recommend eggs as a kidney-friendlier protein option for people managing early-stage kidney concerns, always under medical guidance. The mechanism here matters, because eggs deliver strong protein value without overwhelming your kidneys with excess potassium or phosphorus to filter out. They create less of what nephrologists call filtration burden during the overnight hours when your kidneys are naturally trying to slow down and recover. The ideal serving is 1 whole hard-boiled egg, or 2 egg whites if you're limiting cholesterol, consumed about 30 to 45 minutes before bed, and 4 to 5 times a week fits comfortably within general dietary guidelines for most adults. A common mistake here is adding heavy salt or store-bought seasoning blends, which quietly reintroduces the sodium problem we're trying to avoid in the first place. A light dusting of black pepper or paprika is a far better move. This snack tends to benefit adults managing blood sugar concerns or prediabetes, since eggs have a glycemic index of essentially 0, meaning they won't spike blood sugar the way carbohydrate-heavy snacks do overnight. If you're on blood thinners like warfarin, know that eggs contain vitamin K, so consistency in your intake matters more than avoidance. Talk to your doctor about keeping your egg consumption steady rather than sporadic. Overdoing eggs, say more than 2 or 3 daily for extended periods, has been associated in some studies with modestly elevated LDL cholesterol in certain individuals, so this is very much a snack of moderation rather than excess. Who benefits most? Older adults trying to maintain lean muscle mass without adding excess saturated fat, plus anyone managing weight, since eggs are remarkably filling for their calorie count. The surprising hidden benefit most people never hear about. Eggs are one of the few food sources containing meaningful choline, a nutrient linked in research from institutions like Cornell University to healthy cell membrane function throughout the body, including within kidney tissue itself. For practical, real-world use, try this. One option is 1 hard-boiled egg sliced over a small handful of cucumber rounds with a sprinkle of black pepper, giving you hydration and crunch alongside your protein. A second option is 2 hard-boiled egg whites mashed with a teaspoon of olive oil and fresh herbs like dill or chives, creating a light, sodium-free take on egg salad without the mayonnaise-heavy sodium load. A third excellent choice is one hard-boiled egg paired with 4 or 5 unsalted walnut halves, combining complete protein with omega-3 fatty acids, which research from the American Heart Association has connected to healthier blood vessel function, including the delicate blood vessels inside your kidneys that make filtration possible in the first place. Here's something worth sitting with for a moment. Neither of these snacks is a miracle cure. And no video, including this one, should ever replace an actual conversation with your doctor, especially if you already live with diagnosed kidney disease, diabetes, or high blood pressure. What the research does show, consistently, across multiple studies from respected institutions, is that how and when you eat protein can either support or work against your body's natural overnight repair processes. Choosing slow digesting, lower sodium, lower potassium options in reasonable portions before bed is a small, sustainable habit, not a dramatic overhaul. And sustainable habits are exactly what tend to protect organs like your kidneys over the course of decades, not days. If you've been mindlessly reaching for chips, crackers, or sugary snacks at night without ever thinking about what your kidneys are doing while you sleep, tonight might be the night that changes, one small swap at a time. One more thing worth knowing before we wrap up. Hydration timing matters here too. Drinking a modest glass of water alongside either of these snacks, not a huge amount right before lying down, but enough to stay hydrated, helps your kidneys carry out their filtering work more efficiently overnight, according to hydration research published through Mayo Clinic. Too little fluid forces your kidneys to work harder to concentrate urine. Too much right before bed disrupts sleep with bathroom trips, so the goal is simply steady, moderate hydration throughout your evening rather than a last-minute flood of water at 10 p.m. It's a small detail, but it's exactly the kind of overlooked detail that separates a snack that quietly helps your kidneys from one that just fills your stomach. If this video opened your eyes to something you never thought about before, that's exactly the goal. Because kidney health rarely gets the spotlight it deserves until something goes wrong, and by then, prevention windows have often already closed. So drop a comment and let us know. Are you Team Cottage Cheese, Team Eggs, or trying both tonight? Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next deep dive into the everyday habits quietly shaping your long-term health. Share this with someone who could use a gentler bedtime routine, and check out our next video where we uncover the morning habit doctors say may be silently raising your blood pressure before you even get out of bed.